Hello. So it's just gone 4:30. It's day one still post-op. I just thought I'd do a little update while I'm awake. So didn't have a very good sleep. Basically today I've just sort of been mulling around. Catheter came out fairly early on, which was a relief, as I had some problems with that. Needed a wee shortly after, and I still hadn't had my binder on, so they wouldn't let me go to the toilet, get up and go to the toilet until the binder was on. But then they weren't bringing me the binder because I had to wait for somebody else, I think the physio. So I had to do it in a bedpan, which is pretty tricky when you can barely move, so I literally had to lift myself onto a bedpan. Then when the pee came, it wouldn't stop, so then I was concerned that it was just going to overrun all onto the bed. So I had to press my buzzer and call the nurse in to rescue me. So yeah, lost all my dignity there. She had to remove it and clean me up. Then yeah, that was pretty much that. Then I've had people come in and out all day. It's all been a bit sort of blurry. I don't really know what's going on half the time. I haven't been brought my meds at the times where I think I should be. So I've been sort of like keeping an eye on the time, and like paracetamol, if I know that the 4 hours is up, I've been pressing my buzzer and asking for paracetamol. And the same with codeine. Before my lunch they gave me some Oromorph, which I wasn't that keen on taking because it makes me really itchy and a bit sicky feeling. But I was in pain at that point, so I thought I'll just go with it. And they gave me Piriton, so I did itch a little bit, but not as much as usual. My other half came up for a few hours today, so he like set my laptop up and stuff for me for later, and brought me some juice, and generally just like sorted out my bed and stuff for me. I've got my binder on now, and once my binder was on, I had to go and use the loo, and I sort of sat myself up and was managed to get off the bed pretty well. Hurt a little bit when I sat on the edge. Managed to put her off to the toilet, had a wee. Wiping your bum's quite difficult because you can't twist, so that was probably the hardest part of that. And then brushed my teeth when I was in there, which felt great. Got back into bed, was like out of breath after that, just from that much work. When my other half was due to leave, then the physio came in and wanted to see me get out of bed, and told me that she wanted me to roll out of the bed before I could go to the toilet. So instead of sitting up how I did before, she wanted me to do it the proper way, which was agony. She wanted me to roll onto my side. Now I've had an extended tummy tuck, so my scar goes right round my hip, and she wanted me to lay on my hip bone. So I did, and I screamed. That's the worst pain yet I've been in. Utter agony. It felt like my wound had just been ripped open. And then I stopped, and she was like, keep going, and almost, it was horrendous. So after I went to the toilet that time, I came back, and she also wanted me to roll back into bed, and I was like, nah, it's not happening. I'll get into the bed how I want. I get where she's coming from, and she obviously knows her stuff, but I just think if I'm getting up and it's not causing me any pain, then I think that's the best way to get up. So that's how I'm getting up from now on. Literally using my arms and my feet to like lever myself up. There's no rolling on wounds. So did that. I kept asking today, what's the plan for today? Do I go home? Do I stay? And they just kept saying, well, we'll just see later. But I need to know to make plans. Obviously, I've got 3 kids at home, and which my other half is are with. So I said I'd like to stay another day. I'm still in quite a bit of pain. I just think I've paid for it. I can get the medication when I need to. I'm in a hospital bed, which is going to be comfier than anything I've got at home. and actually I just think I need the peace and quiet for another evening. So at first I felt a bit guilty, but then I thought, do you know what, I've paid the money for this and I'm going to make the most of what I'm being offered, so I'm staying again till tomorrow. When I came out from having my binder on and going for a wee, I've put on a lovely Primani men's triple XL t-shirt and a pair of glorious high-waisted granny pants, and actually feel a lot better in just some clothes. I had lunch as well and actually managed to eat a whole panini and a glass of like orange juice, so I feel like I've got my appetite back, which is great. So dinner should be soon, so I'm hoping if I carry on eating I'll feel a bit better. But that's pretty much it for now. Pain wise, fine, apart from a tiny patch on sort of the top left side of my like pubic area. It's quite red. I got the surgeon to have a look at it and he said it's probably bruising, and when he pushed down on it I screamed out loud. So agony is definitely the best word to describe that little patch, but other than the rest of it, it's sore to touch, but it's kind of what I expect. But that little patch is just unreal. I'm quite swollen as well at the moment. It goes up and down. I sat upright a bit earlier and it went more swollen, and then obviously I've laid down a bit and it's kind of gone down a bit, so it's just something I've got to get used to. Anyway, I think I can hear dinner coming, so I'm going to go, and I will probably see you tomorrow. Bye.